Power of China. One of the most important global power changes of the 21st century is China's ascent. China has evolved from a mainly agricultural nation into an industrial and technological superpower over the past few decades, therefore claiming influence in many other fields. Driven by manufacturing technology developments and strategic investments, its fast economic growth ranks second among all the economies worldwide. Still, China's power goes much beyond its economic capacity. The nation has extensively spent in modernizing its military, boosting its diplomatic clout, and growing its soft power via cultural projects. China's impact is also clear in its part in global trade, where it serves as a vital hub in the world's supply chains, and in its ambitious infrastructure projects like the Belt and Road Initiative, which reaches into Asia, Africa, and Europe. China leads the digital age also because of its emphasis on technology innovation, especially in sectors like artificial intelligence and telecommunications. China's increasing environmental and cyber influence, as well as its strategic approach to foreign alliances and global governance magnificence, this multifarious power. Gaining the present and future dynamics of world politics and economy requires an awareness of the several aspects of China's strength. China's actions and policies will have far-reaching consequences as it keeps claiming its influence on the world scene, so forming the global order for years to come. 1. Economic powerhouse, rising rapidly over the past few decades. China's economy is now second only to that of the United States. Strong manufacturing base along with state-led capitalism and large infrastructure spending have driven the nation's economic ascent. With so much of its consumer goods produced, China is sometimes referred to as the world's factory. China's economic might has let them control world markets, set prices, and influence international trade policies, so guiding their policies. China's economic impact is further cemented by the Belt and Road Initiative (BRI), an enormous infrastructure project spanning Asia, Africa, and Europe, which invests in other nations' infrastructure, so strengthening her worldwide trade networks. 2. Military strength. China has made significant expenditures on modernizing its military, sometimes referred to as the People's Liberation Army (PLA), which is today among the most powerful armies in the world. Emphasizing technology, China has created powerful missile systems and expanding fleet, including aircraft carriers and significant cyber capabilities. Emphasizing area denial, especially in the South China Sea, where it has established artificial islands and placed military hardware, the nation's military approach stresses this military might is a tool for China to project power worldwide and press its claims in regional conflicts as those involving the South China Sea, not only about defense. 3. Political influence. Political power of China is rising worldwide as well as locally. Domestically, the Communist Party of China (CPC) keeps rigorous control over the government, therefore guaranteeing continuity and stability in governance. China has been forceful internationally in advocating its alternative to Western-style democracy, their model of governance, which blends autocracy with economic liberalization. China significantly contributes to world administration by means of organizations like the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) and its official seat on the United Nations Security Council. Furthermore, China's diplomatic approach, also known as wolf warrior diplomacy, has grown more forceful, aggressively safeguarding of its interests on the international scene. 4. Development in technology, particularly in sectors including telecommunications, artificial intelligence (AI), and quantum computing. China is fast rising to be a worldwide leader in technology. Not only are companies like Huawei and Alibaba dominating the Chinese economy, but they are also spreading their impact all around. China's 5G technological investments have positioned it leading edge among the next generation of telecoms. The government's Made in China 2025 program also seeks to position China as a leader in high-tech sectors. China's developments in artificial intelligence especially stand out since they will affect military capability, economic development, and worldwide competitiveness. 5. Global trade and investment. Being the second biggest importer and the biggest exporter of products, China is a major factor in world commerce. The nation is indispensable in the global economy thanks in great part to its large industrial industry and supply chains. By means of programs like the Belt and Road Initiative, China is not only making investments in infrastructure projects all around, but also safeguarding important trade routes and resources. Chinese investments in Asia, Latin America, and Africa are changing these areas' economies and raising their reliance on China. China is a major participant in world economic governance since its economic leverage enables it to affect international trade agreements and economic policy. 6. Soft power and cultural influence. China's soft power is developing even though its military or economic might is better known. China is progressively increasing its cultural impact by means of programs like Confucius Institutes, which support Chinese language and culture globally, and the global reach of Chinese media. The Belt and Road Initiative also comprises cultural interaction initiatives meant to foster goodwill and understanding between China and cooperating nations. Though still behind Hollywood, China's film business is also growing in impact as more of its films find popularity abroad. Moreover, China is harnessing its ancient history, traditions, and modern successes to construct a narrative that demonstrates its unique route to development and government. 7. Global alliances and diplomatic strategy. China's diplomatic approach is multifarious, comprising the development of strategic relationships, membership in international institutions, and application of economic diplomacy. By means of infrastructure projects, assistance, and trade agreements, China has developed close ties with nations in Asia, Latin America, and Africa. China is becoming more forceful in international institutions, advocating reforms consistent with its interests and providing its governance model as an alternative to Western democracy. China's engagement in the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank (AIIB) and the BRICS Group Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa showcases its will to change world governance systems in its own best advantage. 8. Environmental and energy influence. The function of China in world environmental and energy policy is growingly important. China, the biggest greenhouse gas emitter in the world, has worldwide effects with her environmental policies. China does, however, also invest most in renewable energy, leading the globe in solar and wind energy output. Both internal needs such as lowering pollution and guaranteeing energy independence, as well as international obligations including the Paris Agreement, are driving the nation's turn toward a greener economy. China's leadership in sustainable development and climate change mitigation helps it to progressively influence world environmental governance. 9. Human capital and education. Key forces behind China's economic and technical developments have been its concentration on human capital development and education. With an eye towards STEM science, technology, engineering, and mathematics disciplines especially, the nation spends significantly in education. Chinese colleges are rising in world rankings, and the government is aggressively supporting research and invention under several initiatives. China also boasts a large pool of extremely talented people, which drives its technical areas and businesses. The Chinese government's backing of innovation and education is meant to guarantee that nation stays competitive in the world knowledge economy. 10. Digital influence and cyberpower. China is a strong cyber power, with great capacity for cybercrime, both in terms of defense and attack. The nation has been accused of cyber espionage in order to get competitive advantages in business and technology and has extensively spent in building its cyber infrastructure. Domestically, China's Great Firewall and comprehensive monitoring systems show its control over the digital sphere exploits to keep domestic stability. China is advocating state control of the internet inside national borders and a cyber sovereignty model internationally. China's impact in cyberspace is expected to rise as the globe gets more digital, having major consequences for world security and governance. Conclusion, finally, with great ramifications for the international order, China's rise as a global power defines the 21st century. Its impact is seen in military, economic, technological, and cultural spheres, therefore establishing it as a powerful actor on the world scene. The balance of world influence is changing as China keeps expanding and claiming its dominance. China's strategic investments both inside and outside of its borders, its technological developments, and its diplomatic and military presence highlight its aspirations to change world dynamics. Navigating the complexity of world relations in the next decades requires an awareness of the extent of China's strength. China's influence will surely be vital as the global scene changes in determining technology developments, security policies, and economic policies all around. The world has to interact with China's ascent with a sophisticated awareness of its multifarious strength, appreciating both its chances and its difficulties. China is a major participant in the future of international relations and global governance, since its actions and policies will always affect world trends. Let us know in the comments what you think about the power of China, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.